Welcome back, folks. Before we go on with our show, let me introduce you to our second guest, Martha Nussbaum. She is an American philosopher with a particular interest in political philosophy, feminism, and ethics, including animal rights. She is the professor of law and ethics at the University of Chicago and author of several books, including Liberty of Conscience and Not-for-Profit. Without further ado, let's welcome Martha Nussbaum. Martha, welcome to our show. Speak out loud.
It's great to be here.
Before we proceed, I want to ask something to Taslima. There seems to be a conflict between feminism, one supporting the ban of burqa, and the other opposing it. I will take your comments right after these two videos.
I believe that burqa or Islamic veil is a sign of oppression. So I, of course, do not advise any woman should wear this. But of course some feminists think that they have the right to wear it, but I don't call them feminists. You know, of course some feminists, I don't actually like to call them feminists because if they think that they should be treated as sexual object and then they do not believe in equality between men and women. And
What's your comment?
I will stick with my statement.
Do you know, Martha is a feminist who is against banning of burqa?
Yes, she is one of those so-called feminists. It is easier said than done. What does she think of herself, stealing my thunder from this show? I hate her.
Anyways, Martha, you have an article in New York Times defending burqa, even though not being a Muslim. What is the reason behind the article?
Andrew, do you know? France is the first country in Europe to publicly ban burqa. And some region in Germany forbids public school to wear burqa on the job. Although the nuns and priests are permitted to dress according to their religious belief, why are there two sets of rules? Do we treat all citizens with equal respects? My article is about disproving the banning of burqa.
Martha, it is a matter of national security. In public place, people are required to show their face.
I agree. And burqa also make transparency difficult.
Then, why doesn't it apply to everyone? For example, in cold weather, when we walk, we pull down our hats over our ears and eyebrows. We tighten up our scarf around our nose and mouth. Tell me, why there isn't any problem of either transparency or security? What inspires fear and mistrust clearly is not covering in general, but only Muslim covering.
You do not know what burqa is. Let me tell you a little bit about my life. I was born in 1962 to a Muslim family in a small town called Mymensing.
Taslima, enough with your story, please. Come to the point.
My point is, burqa is a symbol of male domination that objectify women.
Andrew, frankly, no offense to Taslima. People who make these arguments don't know much about Islam, and the most amazing flaw in that argument is that our society is filled with symbols of male supremacy, which treat women as objects, such as sex magazines, nude photos, tight jeans, high heels, plastic surgery. Our media culture is not much of this done to satisfy men. Aren't these objectifying women?
True. There is no point in denying it.
Supporters of the banning of burqa even participate in them instead of protesting.
Both burqa and sexism dehumanize women to mere sexual objects.
Let's say someone force you to wear bikini just to make you look good and get benefit, as used in advertisement. What do you have to say?
This is a pure case of sexism. These people will treat me as sex object. We should never let these men take advantage of us.
Taslima, Now you are contradicting with your own philosophy.
How is that?
On one hand, you are saying women shouldn't be treated as sex object. On the other, you are doing the same. By opposing against burqa, you are telling women how to dress, how to live their life. It's another way of controlling women. And those who support these are not just going against human rights, but also violating democracy. If a woman wants to wear burqa, why are we violating their rights and freedom?
You have a point.
Those who truly care about women always project the real picture. They don't desire the fame or glory.
What do you mean? Do you want to say, I am here for fame and glory? I never wanted to be the center of attention. I am no drama queen, Missy.
What is wrong with you? I did not say your name. Why are you acting like this?
I don't like your tone, Martha. How could you accuse me of something like this?
Taslima, please sit down. Let's be civilized. There is nothing to be aggressive about.
All my life, I supported women. I am the one fighting for their rights. Because I care.
Do you really care?
Yes, of course.
Then, let's talk about your latest controversy regarding Sunil Gangopadhyay. In Twitter you said Sunil was for book banning. He sexually harassed you, and many other women.
Yes.
It must been a tough time for you.
Yes, I shared my painful experience. Sunil harassed me. Long back. I had just returned from France, and was putting up at a city hotel. One evening, Sunil came to my room, along with his friends, for dinner. Once we were done, came the parting hug. Sunil suddenly molested me. I was numb. Didn't know whether to forgive him or protest. I suffered from that psychological trauma. He sexually exploited me, and also many other girls and women. I was a well-established feminist writer. If he did not spare me, then whom did he spare? Even though Sunil said that if I had been sexually harassed by him, which must happened long time ago. Some media and some men try to blame me for lying against the saint. They are definitely angry with me. I must not accuse a famous male writer of any abuse or anything, no matter whatever his crime is.
People raise questions. If Sunil did sexually harass you, why were you so silent at that time?
Why did not I complain when it happened? As if I don't share my painful experience within a certain time, I should be disqualified. As if I complained then, something different could have happened, as if people could have blamed him. And I did mention about Sunil in my poem, Rushterashala Ebong Kobir, which was published in 2002, in my poetry book, Karali Karali Lage.
Do you really think writing a poem in a poetry book was enough to protest?
It's not my fault. If media didn't notice then, but notice now.
I am pretty sure media had better things to do, rather than reading your awful poems. Taslima. No hard feelings.
Don't worry, we did experience it few minutes ago. She read masturbation.
What? She did masturbation?
No. She read her poem Masturbation. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, apart from all those jokes, Taslima, you have gone through so many interviews, so many lectures. You have mentioned about your life so many times. Nothing ever stopped you from mentioning trivial matters. Then, what stopped you from mentioning such a significant topic?
Same thing would have happened. I would have been harassed again by media and men for telling the truth.
So? You feared that the media won't treat your allegation well. That's why you were so silent all these time? I think, assuming that he harassed you, but you were okay with it. You wanted to be on his good side, and complaining against Sunil will have effect on your popularity. That's why you didn't mention. Now when it came to your interest, you are spreading this news like a blabbermouth.
What benefit can I get?
You might just be highlighting yourself to get popularity. I think it's nothing but your frustration talking. Martha, do you have anything to say?
I really don't care whom she spends night with, or if she wants popularity or fame. But I do care about women. She mentioned that Sunil exploit her, as well as other young women. Now, my question to Taslima is, why all those times she never protested for those women? If she would have cared a bit about women, instead of hiding in the closet, she would have taken serious action. Alleging someone of sexual harassment is not a trivial matter. You need evidence for it.
I might have skipped that, but that doesn't mean that whatever I said about Islam, about women's right, whatever I quote is faultless.
Taslima, several times, you misquoted people.
Never, never, not in my wildest dream. I could ever have done such a thing. I can bet my whole reputation on it.
I also have seen one where she misquotes a verse of Quran.
Martha. There are several, and you are in luck. We have one in our video archive. Let's have a look at it.
It was easy for me to become an atheist. I was a student of science, so I could not accept the story that the sun moves around the earth.
That's true. What is your point?
Taslima, after watching this video, it made me think, so I searched for that verse in the Quran, and I was shocked to my core. In chapter 21, verse 33, states that the sun and the moon revolves around its own orbit. And there isn't any verse saying, the sun revolves around the earth. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
It was long ago. I might have read some mistranslated Quran. And, as you can see, I am really young in that video. So it must be some old video of mine. Back then there were limited resources.
No, it's from American Atheists Convention 2012. If you say, 55 is young, then you are misleading yourself. You should have looked carefully before making any comment. Taslima, what do you have to say for all those false allegation, misrepresentation? How can you uplift women when you, yourself, is mixing truth with falsehood?
Taslima, stop calling yourself a feminist. You talk out of context. You are not fighting for the good of women, but for your own self. That's the fact. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Enough with you. And you. Who would listen to you? Do you know how many books I wrote? How many followers I had? I don't have to prove anything to anyone. End of the day, people will listen to me and my lies. They will shed tears for me. Ha ha ha. I am not crazy.
Folks, that's for today. Taslima here is going insane. Don't forget to send the comments. Thanks for being with us, and stay tuned for our next episode.
Please share this video with others, and don't forget to give your comments.